Weather-wise is good?
Yeah, yeah, weather is good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so today is all about RACI matrix. So RACI matrix, RACI matrix is a kind of, you will prepare a RACI matrix, any project. When you deployed as a business analyst in any project, so you will have to create a RACI matrix for your project. So what is the definition of a RACI matrix? I will show you the template. I will show you the real time. I will give you a real time walkthrough, and I will give you a small assignment after today's class. So, definition. What is the RACI matrix? RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. It clarifies the roles and responsibilities in a project or business process. It will give you the roles. What you are, if suppose you are deployed in any project, what is your role and responsibility? So those clarifications, RACI matrix will give you. What is the purpose of this? Avoid confusion by clearly defining who is responsible for what, ensuring accountability and improving communication. This is the purpose of a RACI matrix. What are the different components? Responsible. So task performer, who is working on that particular task, he is responsible for that task performance. Accountable, ultimate task owner, so who is owning the task? So he is responsible for task owner. So individuals offering input. So consultant, who is going to give some inputs? So I'll give you a real time project. So it will be, you will have a clear idea. Informed individuals or groups kept in the loop. So like I will creating a matrix. You will use a format table, so with the roles and access labels, so the table will give you who is working on what, who is responsible for what, identifying roles, collaborate with the team members and stakeholders to assign roles. So you will always have to collaborate with the team to, in identifying the, uh, yeah, team members and stakeholders to assign the benefits, improved communication. Improved communication, accountability, and clarity of responsibilities. So, what is the benefit of it? So, improved communication, accountability, and the clarity of responsibilities. So, the more benefit of RACI matrix is, improved communication between the team and accountability. Who is accountable for what? Who is, you will have a clarity on what you're going to do and what you are performing your roles, prevents duplication of efforts and reduces the likelihood of task being overlooked. Like, if suppose you are doing the same task, some other person in your project is going to the same task. When you have a RACI matrix, what you have to do? So when you are defined a role, so that it will avoid confusion. So the same task will not be assigned to other person in your team. So it will benefit in such a way that, yeah, challenges and solutions. Address role confusion or resistance to define responsibilities. So emphasize the need for regular updates. So it always, it will always emphasize the need for regular updates. Updating the matrix.
So what
So,
is the challenges and solution? Can you give me an example?
what is that, sir? Challenges and solution. Let me, I will open the template and I'll give you. Not, uh, one second. So challenges, if suppose so a team is working on product development team. So if suppose you are deployed, your development team is going to work on building a product, building a web page wherein a customer will book a customer will log in and book a pizza. So what happens? What is the challenge and solution here? So challenge is if suppose yes, the challenge lies here. While doing that, you might be have to you the system has to integrate with the third parties. Like in a pizza system, delivery system, the app should integrate with the third party system. As soon as customer has to log in and ordering the pizza, so that request will go to the third party system, which is it will go to some delivery team, whereas they will, okay, we have identified this order system, so we can deliver the pizza. So such kind of challenge. So and solutions, how we are going to achieve by integrating with them. So you are building a API, so whereas it will communicate with the delivery API, and it will send a request to that particular system saying that a customer has booked a pizza. So that information, that request will go to the you know third party system. Here with the third party, what we call it as a delivery teams. Like as soon as you receive a order, so that order will be forwarded to the delivery team. So that delivery team will start serving that according to the so and so customer is staying in somewhere else, so you will have to have send this order. We have received not for pizza, so you have to
Mm-hmm.
deliver this product to that particular. So that is what we are challenge here. So next, updating the matrix. So reflect the dynamic nature of the projects and business process by regularly reviewing and updating the RACI matrix. Like you will always have to update the RACI matrix on a regular basis. Like number of projects and business by regularly reviewing and update the RACI matrix. Next, real time examples, real life examples. Provide case studies showcasing successful RACI implementations. You will always have to provide case studies showing the successful RACI implementation. Integration, explain how the RACI matrix works with other project management tools like WBS and Grant charts. So this is what you are going to you know RACI matrix. Let me give you how a RACI matrix template will show in real time. So here, if you see here, this is the matrix which will give you the description of the each task, and enter the name of one title of a stakeholders, and define the roles of each stakeholders for each task of the project by selecting A, C, or I. R is reasonable, actionable, and C is consulted, I for informed. So from the drop down you can find a definition of your four categories. Once completed, pay attention to the individuals, the responsibility or record for too many different tasks. If you see here, it will is giving you the clear picture. If I'm not wrong, you're able to see my screen, right?
Right.
Uh,
Natasha, John, and everybody. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So if you see here, uh, defining the job role. So you are going for, you know, hiring some might be there are some you have hired for a IT company where you are assigned as a business analyst, then you will have to create a RACI matrix. So yeah, if you defining the job role, if suppose there is any requirement in the project, you have idea, you are doing a job, so there is a new requirement has come out. So who is responsible for what? Defining the job role. So that is the task one. Who is responsible for defining the job role? So project lead, Ani, is A stands for what is the meaning of A stands for? Can you give me that?
A stands for, just give me 1 second. Mm,
R for resolution, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
A stands for
Yeah, tell me. I just know we discussed, right?
oh, A stands ultimate task owner.
Accountable.
Oh, okay, accountable.
Please make a note of this. R
Mhm.
stands for responsible.
Mhm.
C
A for
stands
accountable.
Yeah, C stands for consultant.
Mhm.
I
And I
stands
for
for I
informed.
stands for informed.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. Mhm.
no problem. So yeah. So if you're considering the task one, defining the job role, who is responsible for a accountable project lead? In a IT project, we have already discussed the IT architecture, right?
Mhm.
So who is accountable in for this task?
For this task,
Project lead is accountable. So
Mhm.
he is accountable for defining the job role. Internal recruiter is also accountable. So he is also accountable for defining the job role. So next,
Mhm.
hiring manager. Hiring manager in the sense, Natasha, here in our case, Natasha is responsible for defining the job role. Who will define the job role? Hiring manager is responsible. Who is accountable? Internal recruiter is accountable. Project lead and internal recruiter, they both are accountable. Stakeholder. Steven, I informed. You will have to inform that we have defined the job role. We are doing this that we are we are communicating with the third parties and channels. Yeah, so stakeholder is informed. R again is R stands for reasonable. Sarah, stakeholder, one of the stakeholder is reasonable for that. So accountable, the other stakeholder is also informed. So you will have to define, you will have to create a RACI matrix based on the job roles and responsibilities. Next, task 2. Task two is for creating a requisition. How we are going to create a requisition? So project lead is accountable for creating a requisition. So internal recruiter. So recruiter is responsible for this task. So hiring manager, you have to keep on informed. So for this task, hiring manager comes under the category of informed. So stakeholder. Uh, Stakeholders should be consulted. So there are three stakeholders. Sarah should be informed. Ellison is another stakeholder, should be accountable. So for this task too, you will have to identify who is responsible, who is accountable, who is informed, and who is consulted. So if you take, I have, I am taking a team of project lead, internal recruiter, hiring manager, stakeholders. So
So
I'm
project
just
lead and
yeah,
internal recruiter is accountable. Hiring
correct,
manager is R stands for uh, stands
reasonable,
for reasonable. Okay. Uh, Stakeholders, that means I. I stands for
informed.
informed, and Sarah and Allison. No,
Yeah,
so hiring manager and Sarah. So stakeholders will be reasonable.
correct.
Okay.
It
And
depends on it. Yeah,
last one, stakeholders, Allison will be again accountable.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understand.
yeah. So this is the task 3. So writing the job ad. So writing down the job ad. So yeah. So the ultimate, my views are, I just wanted to why we are creating a RACI matrix in the sense this is going to be referred throughout the project. All the team members in the team will see the RACI matrix before they are going to start any task in their team. So they will see the task. Okay, they will follow the RACI matrix. So am I where I will fit here? So am I going to work on it? Am I going to work as a am I accountable? Am I consulted? Am I informed? So based on that, they will start doing the task, posting the job ad, writing the job ad. So while writing the job ad, here who are consulted? In my view, project lead is consulted. So internal recruiter is accountable. So hiring manager Narasimha is consulted. Again, stakeholder Steven is accountable. So again, second stakeholder is consulted. Again, another stakeholder is consulted. So this is how you are going to define a RACI matrix. You have a team of 5. So who is responsible for what? You will have to define the roles and responsibilities very clearly. So based on
Mhm.
that, you will have to follow the process. So posting the job ad. So project lead is consulted, and internal recruiter is reasonable. uh, Hiring manager is informed. You just have to inform that, that's it. So uh, stakeholder Steven is reasonable. So Sarah is informed. So Allison is consulted. So you no need to inform that. If suppose posting the job ad, you no need to inform to Sarah. Why? Because sorry, the other stakeholders, Steven and Allison. Why? Because Sarah is in place of informed. So you just have to inform the Sarah. That's it. So that is what consulted. Project lead consulted. You will have to before posting an ad, you have to consult Annie. So while after that consulting the Annie, you will have to go ahead and post the job ad. So reasonable. So he will also internal. John also has to pitch in, and he's also has to review that. So informed. You have to inform this. I'm doing a posting a job ad, so you'll have to inform the Natasha. Natasha is hiring manager. Yeah, that is what I am just trying to give you insights of what is a RACI matrix and all. So
Mhm.
can you read out task 5 and 6?
Yes. Task 5 will say, okay, I forgot the name of the people, but whoever is at the first,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Let me.
consulted. Yeah. Okay. So in task 5,
Mm-hmm.
still I cannot see the name, but yeah. So first one says, Anne is consulted in task 5,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yes.
Internal recruiter John is accountable.
Mhm. So if you see here in the RACI matrix, what is Annie? So Annie is a project lead. We already had discussed about project architecture. So in a project team, you will have a project team members, developers and testers, and they will report to a person. We call it as a team lead or project lead. So again, after that, project lead or team lead will report to project manager. This is the IT architecture. So what I'm
Mhm.
just trying to say, when you are saying any IT tree or any project, this is how the hierarchy will follows. So team members, developers or testers will report to the team lead. So team lead will report to the project lead. So project lead will report to the manager. So project manager. So project manager will report to the senior project manager. Senior project manager will report to the senior director. Director report to the senior director. So this is how you are going to have a IT
Oh, this is
architecture.
the
So here,
hierarchy.
your hierarchy. So uh, here I again, I task 5, we are promote the position on the company. So project lead is consulted. So what is meant by consulted? So when you see here the person, role or group, it can be a person or it can be a role of a project, it can be a group of people who will help complete the task. Okay, so they will have two-way communication with the people responsible for the task by providing input and feedback over the task completion. So the
So can
person,
you give me an
role,
example?
yeah, let me give you an example. If suppose, yeah, here, promoting consultant in the sense, promote the person of the, one second, let me give you a potential example. One second.
Mhm.
Yogeshwari, I'm just having water, Yogesh, one second.
Hmm?
I'm just having water, one second.
Mhm.
I just woke up. Yeah. So this is a real-time example. So this will give you a very clear picture. So do you able to see my screen, Yogesh?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. The project is, developing a CRM, customer relationship management system for a company. Here, how the RACI matrix might look for certain key activities. How you are going to show your, you have a IT project in your, company. You have a IT project team. So how developing a CRM, customer relationship management system for a company. So here's the how's the RACI matrix might look for certain, we are going to define a for how who is responsible for what. So I have just given, assume you have your IT team got a project where you will have to build a CRM system for a company. Okay. So requirements
Mhm.
gathering. So requirements gathering phase. So project manager is accountable, ensures overall project alignment. You got me right?
Mhm.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Next, business analyst, responsible. So gathers and documents requirements.
Mhm.
Okay. Team lead, consultant, provides insights into technical feasibility. So
Mhm.
next, developer, informed, needs awareness but not directly involved. So he's like, he is aware of what is going on, what. Okay. But he is not directly involved in the meetings of, where a project manager is involved, business analyst is involved. So yeah, needs awareness but not directly involved. Tester, responsible, needs to understand requirements for testing. You got me right?
Right.
Yeah. So next, system design, project manager. Project manager is consulted. So why he is consulted? Yeah, provides high level project constraints. He always provides high level project constraints. Next,
Mhm.
business analyst, responsible, create system design specification. Team lead, accountable, ensures technical feasibility and alignment. So again, developer, informed, needs to understand design for coding. So he's directly not involved, just he's informed. Next, tester,
Mhm.
again, is also informed, need to understand the design for testing. You got me right?
Understand. Mhm.
Can you give me, for coding?
So project manager is here because project manager doesn't know coding, right?
Correct.
So he is just informed over here,
Correct.
right? And business
Yes.
analyst is consulted. Like, okay, consulted, that means that developer need requirements from the project manager or product owner or whoever is higher authority over there or whoever is planning. So business analyst is a mediator level for project manager and developer. So developer consult business analyst and business analyst consult with the project manager. So it's a medium layer,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And that's why it fell in a coding, it fell into the consulted category, like RACI matrix, which
Mhm.
in RACI matrix it's land into the C part. Okay, team lead, responsible. So team is okay. So if I'm not wrong, whatever the team lead, let's say BA lead or developer lead or QA lead or whoever, in a different IT department, they are responsible for whatever is going on,
Mhm. Okay.
right? If my understanding is, am I right or wrong? Just correct me
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm wrong.
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And tester, informed. Okay, I don't understand this tester. Informed needs to be aware of coding changes for testing.
So tester is informed. So coding, who is responsible for coding? Who is
Mm-hmm,
accountable? So if suppose developer will do the coding, right? So he is
mm-hmm,
accountable. He is accountable in the sense, uh, the one who is performing the task. So
mm-hmm,
tester does not do the coding, right?
mm-hmm.
Developer will do the coding. So tester does not do the coding. Team lead does not do the coding. So
Okay,
tester is,
right, right.
tester is informed what is his role. Okay, this is going on, so that is only he is informed. He is not directly involved in the project. He is not given a task of coding, do this, do that. Why? Because he doesn't know do the what is his he is accountable for, he is responsible for testing. When it comes to the
Testing only,
testing, yeah.
right?
So in the development, in the for the coding, he is just informed, that's it. Coding is happening, boss. Okay, this is coding changes, I'm keeping
So
changes here and there.
whatever developers developed, they just what they can do is only a testing. Their proficiency is in only a testing. So they are just informed that this is you supposed to try and test.
Correct, correct, correct. In the for coding, they are just just informed. You will have to inform, that's it. Yeah. So needs to be aware of coding changes for testing, that's it. So next, testing. Yeah, please go ahead. What?
Testing is like project manager is informed. Okay, whatever testing, whether it's pass or whether it's fail or what are the issues they are facing, uh, that is up to the below the business analyst level, right? Like team lead or developer or consultant. So they are just upper level is just informed. Okay, they don't know how to do that, right? Testing.
Yes, correct,
Same go with the business analyst.
correct.
They provide the what we can say the details documentations to the developer. Developer provide I mean team lead, and team lead provide to the developer and the testers. So they have nothing to do with the testing. So they are just informed, okay, this type of queries, okay, tomorrow if I'm trying to do something, and QA lead will come to me and tell me, that okay, you gave me this documentations, and developer behaved like that, but it didn't work out. These are the issue we are facing. So I'm just informed from the testers, right?
Yes.
Same goes for team lead, because team lead doesn't do the testing.
Mm-hmm.
Developer consulted because what are the issue? First of all, when developer anything they develop, they go to the QA, I mean testers, right?
Yes.
So so w- first they try to the resolve the issue on a basic level, because they are working parallel. Whatever developers develop, they consult with the, I mean, tester, or tester consult with the in a vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
right? And whatever testing is fail or what, it's, I mean, responsible. Testers are responsible, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And deployment. So when it comes to the deployment, so production is done. Now it's time to deploy. Project manager is accountable. Means here he's playing a key role,
Correct.
right?
So that is
So
why we have given
because
accountable for them. Yeah.
yes, because here he is playing a key role. Whatever uh, now stakeholders doesn't want to know what happened, why it's failed or why pass, then it's not an issue. But if fails, he will be the responsible project manager. Business analyst consulted, obviously understand. Team lead is responsible. Yes, because they didn't get the proper requirement, or they didn't ask the questions, or they didn't share the queries or anything. If it goes wrong, if it goes right, they are good to go. But other than that, they are responsible if something happens. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
Developer, they just informed. They just have to be in bracket. It says needs to be aware of deployment schedule. Of course, let's say one sprint time is what